You shine when you balance confidence with kindness. Lead with your heart, and people will naturally follow your light.
Welcome to Cards and Constellations with Bonnie Morris and Don Rumer-Rivera from Sonoran Mystic Tarot. Here, we blend astrology and tarot to guide you through the twists and turns for the week ahead. Don't forget to hit subscribe and share. Let's dive into your cosmic journey together.
Leo, your social calendar lights up like a stage spotlight. You're in the center of attention, drawing others toward your warmth and enthusiasm. Expect invitations, compliments, and maybe even some friendly envy. Midweek favors gatherings that blend creativity and connections. Think art, music, or group projects. By the weekend, you'll crave a quieter vibe and close friends or family, enjoying simple pleasures. A meaningful conversation could restore harmony with someone who's been distant. Don, what does tarot say?
Well, first card just jumped out, the Hangman card. And Hangman card is there. The second card is the Tower card. All right. I don't like those cards. Can I put them back? The third card out in reverse, which I never do reverse cards. It's crazy to have a reverse card, is the Seven of Swords, interestingly enough.
Well,
and it's interesting. Look at this. They're both upside down, but yet the Hangman's intentionally. But it's kind of funny, but they kind of look the same, don't they, in a way? It's kind of do. And then the fourth card out is a Two of Cups. All righty then.
Okay.
Well, like the Hangman card has me wondering because it's like you can't make a decision on what you want to do or what you're going to do this week and how you're going to do social stuff, because the Hangman is you not making views and not making choices. But guess what? You're not going to have to, because again, if you have to make choices, the choice will be made for you. This is the change card that is not in your control. So don't be surprised if indeed you've wound up in a situation where you have two options. One of them's taken away, and it's like, yeah, don't worry about that. And then we have I like this here, because if this was in this side up, this is the Seven of Swords, not a good card. But in this way, it's telling you that they're probably going to wind up working out to your advantage, because you're going to go to the one you wanted to anyway. So the events that you want to do this week, they're going to fall into place. And it's going to be, even without your help, you're going to be directed to the right choices. And you know why I know they're right choices? Because the Two of Cups, which is that alignment kind of energy, which is that thing. So you're going to be, don't worry, even if you make the wrong choices this week with social, the universe is going to set you straight, and it's all going to work out fine. So this week, enjoy yourself. Just enjoy yourself, and don't even panic about should I or shouldn't I. Just plan to do it, and then let the universe let the universe clear it out in the end.
Yeah, a lot of invitations, we said, so that fits.
Yes, and while we're inviting people, we invite you folks out there to hit that subscribe button and help us grow our channel. We make it easy for you. In the lower right-hand corner, you'll see that subscribe button sitting right there, pretty as can be. Click it and it makes it easy. While you're at it, if you are on Sonoran Mystic Tarot, which is my YouTube channel, pop over at Your Love Goddess, which is Miss Bonnie's, and hit the subscribe there. If you are on her channel, I invite you to come join the family over on our side as well at Sonoran Mystic Tarot and hit the subscribe. And while you're at it, do one more and get the Cards and Constellations and do that same thing. Pay attention to that ampersand sign, because it does separate us from another site that has similar name, but not as good as ours. So show us love and we'll give you love back in the third section of the readings. But this reading section is all about finances. What you got, Ms. Bonnie?
Money, money, money. You're entering a productive groove. Mars in your sign gives you determination and drive, helping you tackle big financial goals head on. Use the energy to take the lead at work. Pitch an idea or negotiate terms that better reflect your value. Midweek, you could receive encouraging feedback or recognition that boosts morale, possibly tied to something creative or performance related. Avoid impulse spending on luxury items, tempting as it may be. Save that reward for the weekend when you can celebrate responsibly. All right, Don.
What's interesting, we had three jumpers, which is not, again, a surprise for me, because the Morgan Greer deck is definitely a deck that brings its energy. And if you want to check out that deck, by the way, you can check in the details of the description of the video, and you can see where to buy that deck. It's an amazing deck. But the point is that the first card that popped out was this this High Priestess card. And that High Priestess card is just saying that um, be connected to your spirit sense, your spidey sense, your whatever you want to call it. When I say spidey, I mean Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? The point is that be connected to your spirit energies, be connected to your gut, if you want to put it that way, because it's giving you the right directions, okay, and it's leading you. And of course, we have here the King of Pentacles, and so the King of Pentacles knows about money. It knows money. It knows how money can bring happiness. It knows how money can also bring the opposite. And so the King of Pentacles is guiding you this week with spirit energy, and so you're going to understand what is needed, where money should go, and those kind of things. Now, there is a question, there will be a question, there's a hangman here, so there will be a question about something specific that you may be considering spending money on or that you may want to be part of. This energy right here actually also leads me that you may get an opportunity from a new employer. This could be a new employment situation, Ms. Bonnie. And what happens is that you kind of somebody else that out there sees your value beyond what your present employer does, and they see that you can bring something to the company, and they may have already approached you, and you're just not certain. You're just not sure what you want to do. And so this could be you being hung up on making a decision. Do I pursue this or not? My question to you is, why wouldn't you at least ask questions? Because the moon card is here. Ask the questions. Find out what the whole deal is. What would you expect it to do? What would you expect it not to do? What is your responsibilities? What's your authority? How much money are you going to make? What is your package? Are you going to get a 401k? You're going to get some benefits? Are you going to get a retirement program? What is your health insurance like? Additionally, we're also talking about to when's the transition, those kind of things. So again, ask the questions. You can't asking questions aren't going to hurt you in any way. If anything, but you know what? I think that this new job is actually probably better alignment for you. So don't be surprised if when this is all said and done, you take this opportunity, and this is going to be a good opportunity because remember that King of Pentacles is here and he's watching out for the money. So the King of Pentacles, though, let me make this clear. One more point. The King of Pentacles isn't just money. A lot of readers and a lot of people tend to think, okay, because I see that coin there, that it's not. It's abundance, it's happiness, it's joy, it's a lot of things so it's more life fulfilling, more life affirming than just money. It's not only about money. So again, I'm getting the energy that this job is going to bring you much more positive energy around your employment, because maybe it's going to give you a level of responsibility that you want. Maybe it's going to give you a level of authority you want. Maybe it's going to give you a position that you wanted to have for a long time, or maybe the autonomy that you wanted, but also additionally with some of this as well. And maybe it could even wind up a situation where the commute is better. And so, and you're like, okay, or the work schedule. There's many things. My point is, this could be a week for an opportunity knocking. And if it is, listen to the opportunity, ask the questions, and then make a decision down the road.
And I'll bet it happens midweek, because I did say that you're going to receive recognition that's going to boost your morale, and it could be creative or performance.
Yeah. So, and what better recognition than the employer saying, hey, we want you. We're going to throw money your way to bring you to us. That's really a boost to an ego, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
And while we're boosting egos, hit that subscribe button, folks. We would appreciate it. And then we're going to show you love after you show us love by hitting subscribe, by going into love, Miss Bonnie. What you got there?
For the moon this week, we start off with the last quarter in Cancer on the 13th. Now, that's when we celebrate all of our success and the end of a project. And then we turn away and we look for the next new moon. Now, to find out what we're celebrating, we got to go all the way back. And we go back to the new moon, which occurred in Cancer on July 17th of 2023. Then the first quarter was on April 15th of 2024. And that's when you did all of the work. And then the full moon began this January 13th of 2025, and that's when you made any changes. So Now let's go into the void of course. On the 14th, the void of course begins at 5:04 a.m. Mountain Standard Time until 10:47 a.m. when it goes into Leo. On the 16th, it begins at 5:05 a.m. and goes until 6:06 p.m. and then it enters into Virgo. On the 18th, it begins at 9:10 p.m. until the 19th at 4:02 a.m. when it goes into Libra. Okay, romance takes center stage this week, and your radiating charm. The Libra sun enhances your charisma and makes communication flow beautifully. Perfect for flirting, reconnecting, or softening old tensions. Singles could find sparks in an unexpected place during a casual conversation, at an event, or even online. Your confidence is magnetic, but humility wins the heart now more than showmanship. For couples, this is a warm and affectionate week. Just make sure to listen as much as you speak. The weekend's moon in Capricorn will ground the passion with loyalty and steadiness. All right, Don, let's show me the cards.
I was going to do the cards, and I really it's interesting. I'm going to do the cards. I will do the cards. But unfortunately, I also pick up a really heavy energy this week. And it's not a relationship energy. It's a learning. You're missing somebody. This is a week of missing. This is a week where there's an energy of missing. And it's like love and loss. So don't be surprised if you get into an energy this week where you're kind of spending a little time reminiscing about someone who has moved on and someone who has who you just kind of, I don't know, I feel like there's a whole energy around that. So I don't know if there's a triggered event that you're at something where somebody reminds you about something or whatever, but don't be surprised if you start reminiscing very much about somebody who has been a love and loss. And it could be, and it doesn't have to be a relationship. It could be a parent. Maybe you run into somebody and it's like, how's your mom doing? You're like, oh, she passed. And then there's that whole thing or something like that, so don't be surprised with that. And then as I got the first card here, the Page of Swords again, and it's that news that changes your attitude, changes your feeling, because maybe you're having an amazing day, and not saying that. And again, it's not saying that you go into a sad space, okay? But say you're in a happy space, and then somebody triggers that, and you're like, all of a sudden you're taken into a space of just missing, and so it's a shift of energy, is what I'm picking up. And also we have this Knight of Rods. And so again, you're gonna have to work through it. You have to it's gonna take a little. I just get a heavy emotional week. I do. I get an emotional week. Somebody's gonna trigger something and say something that's gonna put you in a little bit of a reminiscent phase. And part of it's gonna be sadness for missing, and part of it's gonna be joy of reliving it. So it's a heavy week. You're the magician though. You're gonna have to work through it and process it and figure out why it's so important to you at this point. This could be maybe because of where you are in your life and what stage you are in your life. I don't know, but and it's interesting because you'll get back to balance. You're going to balance out the whole episode, but it's going to shake you a little bit. It's going to rock you a little bit because again, it's something you'd put out of your head and then all of a sudden it comes rushing back and you're like, oh, it's kind of like when you it's kind of like one of those situations where you dated somebody for a long time and then they're gone and you've moved on and all of a sudden you see a picture that flashes of them and then all of a sudden all these memories come back, the good and the bad and all that. It's kind of like the feeling when I'm picking up Miss Bonnie. This is a very strange reading for me with love, but this could be a week of truly expressing and processing the concept of love, not just the glee and joy of love, but the whole gambit of what love brings, the good and the bad, everything.
Sure. We did mention that there was reconnecting or softening some old tensions. So I guess that could apply there.
Yeah. Well, Lord have mercy. Just walk through it. Walk through it, folks. You'll get there. Sometimes it's reaffirming though, because again, it reminds us we're human, and it reminds us that we do love and we do lose. It just happens. That's part of the process.